Hi, everybody. Welcome to A Cup of Tea and a Laugh. Today, we are going to be talking about...
Am I the asshole?
Oh, there you go. Am I the asshole?
AITA.
Basically, we're going to be reading a short story to you and then talking about how we feel about it and see if we come up with anything different than anybody else would. Okay, so the first one... what is WIBTAH?
Would I be the asshole?
Would I be the asshole?
This is great. 66-year-old explaining to 40-year-old.
We've had this video. I'm like an old person. We all know this. Okay, would I be the asshole for hiding my past from my fiance? Oh, yes. Okay, getting married next week. Okay, let's read it. My fiance and I have been in a relationship for a year. We basically talk about everything, apparently not, and are quite open with each other. I doubt that. However, we rarely talk about our past. I feel like that's already contradicting itself. He proposed to me a month back, and we are about to get married in a week. Whoa, that's...
Wait a second. They've been dating for a year, and they're going to get married?
Oh,
Okay, I can't speak.
He proposed to me a month ago, and we were about to get married in a week.
So how long were they dating for though?
We basically... Okay, my fiance and I have been in a relationship for a year. Okay.
I will say my husband and I knew each other 6 months before we got married, and we've been married 40-odd years.
You're a rarity.
But I would not recommend it.
No.
This seems to be kind of fast, especially if they have not talked about past.
I already have lots of questions. Okay. Last week, he said that he needs to talk to me about his past. I was anxious, understandably, about what he might have in store for me. It turns out about his past relationships. Oh, it's getting good now. 5
wives and 10 kids. No?
He's gay.
He's gay.
No. Even I confessed about my relationships as well. Okay. At least they're talking. A lot of people would not even talk. However, there is one thing that I haven't shared with him yet. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay. A few years back, I was interested in acting and tried my luck over there. I got an offer for a survival film, and the casting director convinced me by saying that this genre of films is going to be the next big thing, and this might be my big break.
I can see that. A lot of the survival, films.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got convinced and signed the film. I feel like this is about to go bad real quick. But it turned out to be a B-grade film. There we go.
Okay.
They conveniently hid that I would be naked for most of the part. I tried to back out, but it didn't work out. Why couldn't you back out?
And is there other people in this, or is it just her running around naked? Or because there's that, what was that?
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, there was Naked and Afraid.
I love that show.
That wasn't a B-rated, right?
I don't actually know. I mean, they blur everything out. What's a B-rated film? We need definitions. Okay. But it didn't work out. It was so bad. Oh, wait, hold on. But they conveniently hid that I would be naked for most of the part. I tried to back out, but it didn't work out. It was so bad that my parents haven't talked to me yet after that debacle. Oh, that's sad.
It is.
I left home and things got hard for me. Due to the circumstances, I did 2 other films like that. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to judge. I just want to be transparent here. The other 2 are straight up adult films.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, she's such an adult. She wants to do an adult film, but I'm hoping she's...
No, I'm not judging her for the adult film. I'm already pre-thinking this conversation. She hasn't told her possible husband that she was in a porn?
Yeah, this could go bad.
Now, I'm not judging her for that. Yeah. Do what you need to do. Do what you want to do. I don't care. Now, I got my degree and have a small paying job, which keeps me going. Good for her. That life is behind me now. After his confession, it got me thinking that maybe I should confess as well. That's when she thought about
it? Yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
What you did was wrong. If you haven't told him, this could go horribly wrong.
My best friend thinks that it's too late to confess. I'm with your best friend. No, it's not too late to confess. No. Wait, I take that back.
What is it? The best friend says no or yes?
It doesn't say. It just thinks it's too late to do it. No. Confess.
Could you be too late when his best friend goes,
hey, you're in my favorite movie.
Or your father-in-law says, hey.
Oh.
Or at your wedding, they bring the films up.
Oh. Confess. I already...
I feel like one of those preachers, confess.
Do it. I already lost my relationships with my parents. I can see her hesitation, but... Uh-oh. I already lost my relationship with my parents and didn't want that to repeat here. So would I be the asshole for hiding a slice of my past from my fiance? Yes. Yes.
Think about this.
Go ahead.
Think about this. You hide it from him, and maybe 50 years of marriage, nothing comes out. But what are the odds? He would rather know now. If he leaves you now, he will leave you afterwards.
Well, then you got to think every single day you're going to be on edge going, is today the day he finds out? Is today day he knows? And then I'm just going to say this. Divorce is not easy. So if he's not okay with it right now, he's not going to be okay with it in 5 years. The difference being, now you guys can just break up. There are no you might have to move out or he might have to move out. And there's a little bit of financial but a divorce is a big deal. It's expensive. So I'm just saying, be honest before you even get married. And then I would also push back that wedding so that you guys maybe can go to a counselor. You can talk to somebody, because at first he might be so taken back by it and he might go, no, it's fine. It's okay. I can deal with that. But as time progresses, he might have more time to think about it and go, wait a second, I didn't think about this, and I didn't think about this, and I didn't think about this. I would kind of pump the brakes on that wedding, not cancel it, just pump the brakes and say, hey, I've got some big news to give you, and let's take some time so that you can process it and think about it and build. And if he says, he doesn't mind kind of thing, no big deal, cool. But just take the time to build on that first. Because
I think I'm also wondering why her parents objected. I'm not saying any parent. If she told me she'd done a porn movie, I wouldn't be thrilled because I'm a parent and she's my child.
I have not. Just so weird.
Yes, but at the end of the day, she's still my child. Now,
yeah.
Is it because...
Is it a religious thing?
Are they super religious? And if they are, is that the basis more than her boyfriend may not be that religious, so he may not. And I will say as a therapist, and I work with people with porn addiction, porn can be very negative, but it's not the porn itself. And everybody I've ever worked with, when there was an issue with a couple, it was the secrecy that was tied to it. It was the fact that the husband was, looking at porn behind the wife's back, or the wife was looking behind it was never the porn itself that caused the issue. It was
I could see that, the secrecy behind it.
Now there is porn addiction. And so again, it's not the porn, it's the addiction. Same as a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, electronic addiction. Again, it's not electronics, it's not the alcohol by itself, it's even the drugs by themselves. It's the people that start misusing those things and causing harm. Now, with porn, sometimes if somebody's watching porn all the time, it will lower their ability to get arousal with their partner. And so that harms their partner. So then the partner's thinking, I'm failing as a partner. And so it's that secrecy. If they just come and say, hey, sometimes couples like to watch it together. And that's, again, I'm not judging any way on the porn, because the porn is not the issue, it's secrecy. And with this...
But even if this wasn't related to porn, it's the secrecy. No matter what it is, you should be marrying somebody that you think you can tell anything to. Even your darkest, worst secrets where you're embarrassed by it. If you can't, have you ever seen those videos of the guy running with the big red flag?
Yeah.
Insert that clip right now. That's number one. If you're questioning whether or not you can say something to your partner, you really need to pump the brakes and think about that one. Maybe it's you, maybe you have trust issues and your other people have freaked out on you in the past, or maybe you have a partner that is not no secrets. It's going to come out. It's going to destroy you. It is. It's just.
And there is the very embarrassing thing that you are going to be worried about the rest of your life.
Every day you're going to wake up. Every day you're going to wake up thinking about it. Every day you're going to go to bed thinking about it. Going, oh God, I'm holding this from him. And then life is going to continue on. You're going to maybe have kids. Those kids are going to start school. And instead of enjoying life and getting to go every single day.
I just thought of the client. Finish what you said.
Oh, I was going to say,
I'll tell you, this was a client years ago, but it just reminded me.
Instead of being able to enjoy your every single day, that's going to be the back of your thought every single moment of every single day, worrying about it.
I had a client years ago. This was probably about 9 years ago now. And he was a teen. I would say, I'm not going to give details. We're going to say between 13 and 17, because I was seeing him. He was over at his friend's house watching porn, and the movie he was put on was his mother. And that's how he found out.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, and he even said at the time, he said,
It's not funny, but it's funny.
part of him, it was very embarrassing because the kid recognized his mom and he didn't recognize his own mom. I gotta admit, I wanted that reaction, but as a therapist, I couldn't do that. But it was his mom, and she'd done it when she was in college. So it was an older, I mean, it wasn't something new. It had come up years later.
That's rough.
And I was seeing the kid because of it. But again, the mom probably thought, oh, I did it when I was a teen. I did it when I was teen.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to come out or near.
She was in her 20s, then she gets married, the kid grows up. So it's like,
and the cruddy part, her husband might have known about it. Like, how do you protect your kids from something like that? Because maybe she was very honest with her husband. They know about it. They did the right thing. It's not like you're going to go up to your kid and go, hey, so when you're 13 and you start watching these adult films, I want you to be aware that you might see me. You're not going to do that. You're just going to hope and pray that never happens.
Because that is the issue. Then you tell your kids.
No.
I mean, even this
you tell your spouse. You don't tell your kid. No.
But that's the hard part.
No.
Because the internet now is very much, it's out there.
Yeah.
And it can be found.
Yep.
And so you do, again, I'm not saying it's wrong because you're consenting adults, but you don't know what's going to happen.
But again, you gotta think of the repercussions. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the hard part for sure.
Yeah. What's your story?
My story is okay, so this one's a little bit. I, 18 male, was dating a girl up until a couple months ago. After a huge argument one night, she left in a huff with a few clothes and her devices. She called me the next day to say that we are done and she doesn't want to be with someone like me. I asked her to come collect the rest of her things, and she said she would think about it. First of all, what do you mean think about it?
I was like, I'd be like there that night.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you for giving my stuff and not just burning it.
Yeah, why would you want to leave it with an ex-boyfriend?
Why would you? Nope.
To me, that almost feels like she wants to have that tied to him,
Been there. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 1 week passes, then 2, then 3, and then 4.
4? Okay, just throw her stuff away now.
Unless it's worth money, then it's so. But and still no answer every time I call her to get her to pick up the rest of the stuff.
Stop calling her. That's not your responsibility.
Yeah. After 6 weeks, I was having a clearing out of all my old stuff and decided to text her one last time. He's been really nice. I take a picture of it and throw it in the dumpster and go, your stuff.
How long do they date for?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Was dating a girl. That's what I'm wondering, how long they were dating for. How much of her stuff was over there?
Yeah, is it like a toothbrush and a purse?
It did say she was living with him, though. So.
Okay.
After 6 weeks, I was having to clear out about all my old stuff and decided to text her one last time to see if she would come and get her stuff. If not, I was done. Nice. After a week, she still hasn't replied, and so I called her.
Yeah, she's not interested in it.
And put some in the charity shop. Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Some to the thrift shop.
Okay.
What's the difference between a thrift shop and a charity shop?
I don't know.
This sounds very British the way it's written. So
okay.
And the rest in the bin. Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's British.
I worked on the principle of she's had 7 weeks to get her stuff, and she hasn't so clearly she doesn't need it.
Fair.
Yep.
And she's never responded this entire time?
She's never responded this entire time.
She blocked him.
Probably. 2 days later, she comes to my house, pounding on the door, calling me the vandal, throwing out her stuff without her permission, and even giving her a warning. But he gave her a warning.
He gave her like 9.
It's kind of weird. It's only 2 days later after he throws everything out. Was she waiting for him to throw everything out to come over and make it?
Oh, she's a psychopath if she did that.
I told her I messaged her multiple times and she ignored it, so I didn't think she wanted it. She called me an asshole and that I had no right.
What?
I explained that if you wanted it that bad, you should have come and gotten it. She has since...
Did she say whether she got the messages or not?
No.
Well, she would have been like, I didn't get your messages. You're an asshole.
She has since sent me lists of messages, call me a thief and a vandal. Well, first of all, if you warn somebody...
That was too many warnings.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a store and go shop kind of, or what's it called? Storage unit kind of thing. And even then, if you miss like 1 or 2 payments, they're like, auction.
And they weren't married. So it was his place. It wasn't hers, unless her name was on the lease. It doesn't sound like her name was on the lease.
I mean, did she have like a $5,000 Birkin? Is that how much they are? I don't even know. Like a purse? Like, I do not collect that kind of stuff. Like maybe if she had something like really, but again, whether he contacted me or not, if I had anything that was worth value at his house or something, it doesn't have to be value, but like something that meant something to me, I'd be at his house the next morning, respectfully. I'd call him or text him and be like, hey, I would like to come get my things. And I'd want to get him right away because most people would be like, screw you, and burning and, you know, putting their stuff out on the street and trashing it and ruining it. And I wouldn't want my ex to have my stuff. Why did it take her 7 weeks to get to his house?
I just thought the funny part was that it was right after you got rid of it. She
showed up?
Yeah. Did she go to the thrift store and see it there?
Psycho. Again, you should be there the next day, maybe a week later, maybe 2 if you work and you're trying to find a good time to go. But why isn't she texting him? I mean, unless his story is so falsified or leaving out so much details, and therefore you can't make a judgment on would I be the asshole?
So our verdict is he is not the asshole on this one.
If his story is accurate and true and honest,
that's the only thing we can go by on these stories.
And honest, then he is not the asshole for sure, and he is way more patient than most people in this world.
Well, I think you're 18 years old. You probably haven't had a lot of experiences in this, and you haven't.
Oh, he doesn't know how to burn. Okay, got it.
Well, I'm thinking, you know, he probably doesn't have a very big space. He doesn't have a lot of place to keep his store.
I'm like, I need more details. I need to know what she left. How much space is it taking up? Like, because that's going to make my opinion. But if his story is true and he did get a hold of her multiple times, she sounds like an effing psycho and you worked out in life and insert the big man running with the red flag right now. Boom. Like you just count yourself lucky. You block her, you ignore her phone calls and text messages, and you move on in life. And
or tell her, take me to court and see. If the court says that he shouldn't have done this, then fine. But if the court says, hey, you had plenty of time to come get your stuff and she warned you, he's not a storage unit.
Could you imagine the judge on that case? He or she'd be like, okay. So, ma'am, what's wrong with this whole scenario? And then she'd be like, he's an asshole. Granted, I'm saying the story, what he's telling is the absolute truth and honest. And then the judge would just look at her and be like, get out of here. Like, why are you wasting my time? Like, or he could be like, fine, I'll replace all your items, but you're paying me storage fees. That would be $200 a month. Thank you.
I can see if it was like first a month, they both paid rent and she left. And so her stuff was there and she waited 30 days to come get it.
Like I said, I got more, because that's very valid. I got more follow-up questions. I need to know some more details.
See that because, 30 days is still her apartment. And then you could add a couple weeks on, just because he said just leave it here. Or if he made it really difficult for her to go pick up stuff every time she tried to. But the way this sounds, just on
it sounds like she's ignoring them. And then all of a sudden, one day just wants to be like, and it is weird that's 2 days afterwards. Yeah, just wants to be like, you're the asshole. Like, I think if that's correct, or if that story is 100% accurate and truthful what happened, you are 100% correct. And that was a way for her to stay attached to him. And then when he got it, that just set off her psycho little brain. And she went, I'm not attached to you anymore. And oh no, I don't have my things. And that was it. Insert psycho behavior. One more. Let's see. I'm going to randomly pick it. Okay.
Now she gets pages out of order, so hopefully
put 2 stories together, this be good. Okay. Hello, company. I don't know if we can say it. I am 23-year-old male, and I have been with my girlfriend, Layla, 22-year-old female, for 6 months. Everything has been really great so far. Yeah, it's been 6 months. It is. But 2 days ago, I stayed for a few days with Layla in her apartment, which she shares with 2 roommates, all women. Okay. Also, I have to note that Layla has long hair, almost down to her butt, but not quite.
Okay.
Where's this going? We both had 3 days off, and her roommates went to go stay with their family for a week. I think they're sisters. He thinks the roommates are sisters.
Okay.
Anyway, they gave us the okay for me to stay.
That's how you would know whether or not his girlfriend's roommates
This is a guy.
Okay.
Well, how many times have you been like, I need more information? And Dad's like, oh, I didn't ask.
That's true. Okay.
Don't put too much thought into that one. Anyway, they gave us the okay for me to stay at their place for 3 days. Well, the second morning, Layla was called into work for just a couple of hours to help with something that her coworkers weren't trained for yet. Anyway, she went and they came back and took a shower. Okay.
Layla came back and took a shower?
No, anyway, she went and then came back and took a shower. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Okay. When she got out, I noticed that her hair was still dry and she didn't wash it. Forgot something, I asked? he's already wrong. No, I'm just kidding. She looked confused, so I told her that she didn't wash her hair. Layla just laughed and explained to me that she just washed her hair yesterday. This makes sense, and if he doesn't understand, he's going to be in a rude awakening. Me, so you aren't going to wash it today? I don't like him already. Her, no, you aren't supposed to wash your hair every day. Fact.
Yeah.
Me, we don't wash says who? I wash my hair every day. Oh, God. I feel for Layla already. Oh, God. Okay, her. Yeah, but you have very short hair. It's a known fact that washing your hair every day is not good for it. It strips all the oil out of it. Everybody knows this. Yeah. At this point, I was very skeptical as this sounds made up. Who cares? Who are you? The hair washing police? Oh, God, I don't like him. Okay. Made up and just an excuse to be lazy. So I asked her how often she wishes she washes her hair, and she said twice a week. You go, Layla. That's normal. At which point I told her that she was gross, and she got very upset and locked herself in my room. Yes. And then she murdered me in my sleep and dumped me the next day. She didn't come out for a long time, so I just left and went home and stayed there for eternity is what you should be saying. She hasn't answered my calls. Go, Layla. Or spoken to me since. Yes, girl. I asked my friends, and they seem split. Sounds like you need new friends. My sister and two of her friends told me that I was the asshole. Yes, sister, yes. But two of my other friends, guys, said that I'm in the right, and it sounds weird that she just doesn't wash her hair daily. That's either a guy friend or a girlfriend that wants you. So am I the asshole? 100% you are the asshole. I don't give a flying if it's normal or not.
Yeah.
You don't call somebody gross. You don't tell them they're wrong. It's what they want to do. Now, if they're smelling and they're not taking a shower, then you can say, but you still don't go, that's gross. You're gross. You nicely say it to them, just like, hey, you might want to take a shower today, and be honest and be like, I can tell that you haven't in a couple days.
You're working out and you're sweating and your hair is really sweaty.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, I will wash my hair on Monday, and then I'll wash it on a Wednesday or a Thursday. If I go in the jacuzzi, I will wash it after I go in the jacuzzi, because the jacuzzi will mess up my hair.
Yeah, and I was reading that, and I'm trying to think of a nice way he could have like said the same thing, but maybe it wasn't so abrasive. And I'm like, you can't. That's gross. That's nasty. Like maybe if you said it like that, but I'm like, still, it doesn't like. No, you're the asshole.
She just got out of the shower, and he didn't say that her hair smelled or looked bad.
No, it's just that she didn't wash it. It's called ChatGPT. Get on it. Is it normal for women to wash their hair every other day or twice a week? And it would have told you yes, and it would have given you the answers. And then you shut your mouth, you don't say anything, she moves on, and you have a girlfriend. But instead, he's going to go from woman to woman to woman, being lonely until he figures it out.
Type of hair. You have super dry hair, you don't want to wash all the time. You have super oily. Again, there's...
But you have super oily if you wash it too much, because it's your body trying to produce all the... Anyway.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He's the asshole, yeah.
Well, I have you. I have been busy making I Got a Cricket.
Look how cute these are.
I made merch.
She made merch.
Not saying we're selling this. Maybe when we get 1,000 people, then I might actually look into it. I also made me this. So
look at her being all creative. They're cute.
I got a cricket, want to use it. Made shirts. I'm going to start streaming. I've told you before. Her thing's Disney, mine is streaming games. So Granny B Game is where you can find me. And I will be streaming on Mondays. It will be, right now I'm looking at a scary game, which is not good because I get scared really easily.
Don't even look at me. I do not want to do a reaction video.
And Thursdays is going to be Sea of Thieves, but it's going to be Tucking and Thieving.
I get scared at Sea of Thieves because of the sharks in the water.
She does.
I can't play that game.
I tried to get her to play it, and she fell off the ship, and she was freaking out, literally freaking out on the therapist. She's like this.
I'm terrified of sharks.
And I'm going, Amber, just open your eyes, just move the controller.
No.
And she couldn't. I had to turn the game off because she couldn't handle it.
No.
But that's where else you can find me. We're working on, because she's, as she's mentioned before, she's recently divorced. She got the house. So she is making repairs around her house. And so today she was changing the
light sockets.
So we did a short video of how to change a light socket for anybody that doesn't know. So we're going to try and do a little bit more of those and put them in here as well.
And let us know if you're interested in seeing that stuff. And like as I do repairs around the house and things like that, we're gonna record it, because maybe there are people out there who would love to do stuff like that and they think I can't. I don't know how. My dad shows me how to do a lot of it, and then I go off and do it on my own. And so yeah, maybe other, I don't want to say other females, because other males could, watch it and go, oh, if she can do it, now I feel more comfortable that, could do it. Because I don't have any any specialization in it or anything. So
she did it with long nails. It was impressive.
Don't do any electrical work after you've done your nails. I mean, they're like,
And I do have a friend that might come on as a guest once, who lives in England, that likes retro gaming and Legos and building robotic kind of stuff. So there might be some around that. We just got to get that arranged. So that's some of the things we're planning for the future. We will continue to come up with different subjects, different topics.
Let us know if there's something you want us to cover, like something you'd be interested in hearing us talk about.
We are hoping to set up a studio. It's in her house in spare room, but it'll probably be a couple months before that happens.
Yeah.
Till then, we'll alternate between being here with the
dogs
as our co-hosts and being at my house. So saying all that, we thank you for joining us. And again, hit subscribe, hit follow, and please let us know anything you'd like us to discuss, anything you are finding extremely interesting, anything you don't like.
All the feedback is super helpful, so we know what direction to take this.
Have a good one.
Bye.